Greetings, got a blurb here about a filing cabinet. Just got it in. This is a Commodore filing cabinet. Yeah, that's right. The computer company, or at least they were known for making computers and calculators and other business machines. But this is before, I think, they were Commodore business machines. Look at that. Maybe they were business machines, but either way, they made office equipment from the 1960s until their death, as far as I can tell. But yeah, just a big old brown, beigey kind of beast. It's more tan, I suppose. Just found this in a local thrift store here in the U.S., North Carolina. It's not terribly local, but I was out visiting my brother on the other side of the state, and we ran across this, and it was nuts. I was like, what in the world? Really? They had so many file cabinets at this place we went to, and I was shocked to see one of them was a Commodore. I've never seen one of these in person. I was aware of them, as having seen pictures online, mostly from Canadian collectors, because as far as I knew, these were only made in Canada, only sold in Canada. Maybe they came to the US as well. I mean, apparently they did in some form. Here it is. But anyway, Commodore filing cabinet. I'm pretty excited to have this. And I've been doing a little digging. So let's look at a little more information that I found. So, from what I can tell, these were sold from around the mid-1960s to early to mid-1980s, around 20 years here in North America. Specifically, though, in Canada, and even more specifically the Calgary, Alberta area, it seems. At least that's where pretty much all of the ads that I was finding were centered around. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, I'm not a Canadian. But that's what it appeared to be. So yeah, stores like Wilson here were selling all kinds of different Commodore filing cabinets and a Commodore portable side file. Different sizes, different shapes, different drawers. So a 4-drawer one was around, between $115 and $130. Came in brown and almond and black, and yeah, all these Commodore things. This was a 1981 ad here. And I just kept going backwards, looking for different ads for different Commodore filing cabinets. Here's one from a Woolco, also the same area in Canada. This one is from, I think, 1975. So you had another one of these for $55, built of a high-grade steel, electrically welded and carefully reinforced. The cabinet's made to withstand years of hard and continuous use, in tan or black, as well as their other Commodore things. So we've got, let's see here, double pedestal desks, single pedestal desks. I don't know if these other things were Commodore deals or not. They don't have any brands listed that I've seen, but yeah, Commodore making all kinds of different office things. And what's notable is this right here was getting into the era that they weren't actually making home computers yet. They were making calculators, but still a couple years off from the PET. This goes back even further. This one was 1970. I don't even know if they were doing calculators at this point. Yeah, you got a 4-drawer filing cabinet, Commodore quality-controlled, non-suspension filing cabinets. They glide smoothly on nylon rollers. High-grade steel, indeed. That seemed to be their thing. High-grade steel withstand years of hard use. Beige is the color they listed as now, around $48. Again, I'm assuming this is all Canadian stuff. And then this last one here. This is the oldest one that I could find. Commodore filing cabinet. This is from 1966. Also in Canada, sturdy metal construction for longer life, 4-drawer style. Doesn't list any color this time, so I don't know if it was just the beige, tan, brown, probably. Seems like the black ones sort of started showing up from Commodore around 75-ish. I think it's interesting too that the price keeps going down. The earlier you go, the lower the prices were. But inflation, I suppose. It's the same basic daggum cabinet for, like I said, around 20 years. It's fascinating. 1966, 1970, 1975 up to 1981. It's the same filing cabinet, except that by then the price had gone up to around $115, $130. for the exact same thing. So I don't know specifics in terms of like if they were actually any different at all. It doesn't seem like it. And all the pictures that I've seen or have been able to track down, not that there's a whole ton, but the ones that I've seen pretty much look like the same thing. Whether it's a 60s cabinet, 70s, early 80s. Don't know which one mine is because they look all pretty much the same. Yeah, Commodore filing cabinets. Let's go look at mine a little closer. Here we go. Commodore filing cabinet. Another thing that's kind of interesting about this, look at this. Duke General Info. Now I don't know what Duke this is referring to. Could be Duke University. Could be Duke Power. Could be Duke's Mayonnaise. Could be Duke Nukem. This was in Durham, North Carolina, and you got Duke University right there, so I think maybe them. But, I mean, could be Duke Power. Duke Power's got their presence over there, too. Don't know how old this is. Don't see any markings on it in terms of when it was made. I'm sure maybe there's something stamped in here somewhere in all this delightful tan sheet metal. Whatever, man. It's just a file cabinet, right? But it's a Commodore one, and that's what makes it special. To me, anyway. I know these are super common, maybe, where you are, especially if you are a Canadian. Apparently, they're still found in all kinds of places. Schools and offices and government buildings and such. But seriously, first time I've ever seen one here. And like I said, pretty much all of them that I'd seen online from other computer Commodore fans were all in Canada. And to that effect, there we go. Made in Canada. So that answers that part of it. Still don't actually see, anything else in here in terms of, like I said, markings or stamps or anything that would say when it was made. And as far as filing cabinets go, seems to be a pretty standard one. No locking mechanisms or insulation or anything really weighing it down. It's actually not that terribly heavy. It's just sheet metal. It's sturdy, but not really heavy. And inside you got these little things that you just straight up pull up on. And like the back of it, that is sharp, like razor sharp. Again, just cut sheet metal. So I am kind of excited actually to fill this up with files. And like Commodore memorabilia, man, I don't know, like manuals and computers, whatever, parts. I've actually used filing cabinets or like the folders, the file folders, to hold like expansion cards and things, discs. I got plenty of stuff I can put in here. I got a lot of different LGR mail, fan letters, artwork, stuff y'all have sent over the years that would be perfect in here. Yeah, if anybody has any more information on these, seriously, let me know. I'm darned curious. Like, for instance, I've also heard that the Commodore PET was made using the same sheet metal, maybe even at the same plants as these. That would be fascinating to verify. Obviously, it's painted a different color, but yeah, something that might not be a different color. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. That's the Commodore 64. That kind of a tan thing going on at one point. Grayish, tan, brown. So let's whip one out really quick, stick it on there, see if it's any close. Okay, so here's one of my Commodore 64s. It's just the closest one I had. One of mine that needs repairs, obviously, cleaning. But yeah, you can see the sort of color scheme, and I don't know about you, but that looks pretty dead on to me. It matches so perfectly. I was really curious to see if it would, because I've seen different variants in terms of the tan brownishness of the Commodore 64 and in these file cabinets. But that, look at that. And I mean, this is painted, and this is just a plastic. It's not painted, so they were pretty adamant, I guess, about matching the color schemes, perhaps. So I don't know if this one, this cabinet means it's from around the same era, like the color scheme, it means this cabinet's around the same era as the C64, or not. I don't know. I'm even more intrigued now. Were they really trying to match it that closely? Or what about the other C64s that have sort of a more lighter tan, darker beige, more grayish? I don't know, man, but either way, this looks pretty amazing together. Look at that. That's so cool. Anyway, that's it for the filing cabinet. I bought a filing cabinet. Now I made a video about it. I'm excited. Whatever. Blurbs. Thanks for watching.